Pavel Shamatrin does not fail to remember the events he experienced in the first minutes and years of his present life. The need to be comforted by both the female and male energy embodied in his mother and father, the memories of the past and future flashing before his eyes. This episode features the incredible story of Pavel Shamatrin and reveals the tremendous power of the spontaneous past life recall phenomenon. Shamatrin has a clear remembrance of a life as a single mother of 3 whose life ended violently. She was hiding in a hole, witnessing around her brutality and pain. People in trenches were bending down to avoid bullets. Suddenly, a massive machine appeared above her head, and in just a few seconds, it had already run her over. The female reincarnation of Pavel's soul found herself in a complete darkness, but not for long. The woman saw herself in the same spot, and like people having an NDE, this time she had time to divulge nature's beauty. Shamatrin's soul felt upset at leaving her children, and as a result, each of their lives flashed before her eyes.
I chose for myself an amazing family where caring for each other and expressing love was always a norm. My brother's friends and my own enjoyed spending time in our family, as all those things were perfectly noticeable. I nurtured myself with kindness and inner goodness, qualities without which I would hardly dare to think about something global, let alone telling about my visions to other people.
In 2005, Pavel Shamatrin, a third-year student at Brest State Technical University, experienced a time paradox in a crowded bus. In that bus, Shamatrin witnessed a future moment that was just 1 minute away from now. This paranormal occurrence reinforced his childhood memories from the future, scenes from his previous lifelines, and the realm between the incarnations.
Tzavella, my wife, was the first person to whom I revealed my experiences. This was a real revelation to me, as I kept this information locked up inside me for 8 years. Tzavella understood my message. Without asking questions, she immediately offered to introduce me to her friend Tatiana, as she knew that she was a sensitive person. Tatiana listened carefully to my past life stories, and when I finished, she began to ask many additional questions that I had never thought about. I was amazed to discover that somehow I knew the answer to all those questions. They concerned the world's order, our interconnectedness, and reincarnation. So I realized that questions were able to expand memory. A similar process occurred while writing the book A Drop of Memory, when my friend and co-author Khokhlatov was asking me additional questions.
Once Shamatrin's spirit was consoled, his essence re-experienced life events with powerful emotions. As he watched his life unfold, that he was aware not only of his emotions, but also relived minutiae of other people's lives on whose destiny he exerted an important influence. Afterwards, Shamatrin's spirit explored the ability to teleport himself at the speed of thought, visiting his loved ones on the physical realm without judging or experiencing shame watching them. Then he realized there was a line to be crossed, and once you've crossed that line, you've entered the place of no return. Shamatrin's soul went through all the typical phases of transition into the other side, including future incarnations life review, parents and body selection, studied extensively by Dr. Michael Newton.
After asking a few main questions that interest me, I chose quickly my parents. One of the most important factors which influenced my decision was the enormous amount of pure water in the country I chose to incarnate. Despite the fact that I was more attracted to warm climate countries, I decided anyway to start my new life in Belarus, a temperate climate country. While I was going through the selection of my parents, I learned all the details about them that interested me. As to how exactly this happened to me, it can be said on the one hand that you watch those life events on a kind of screen, but it can rather be identified as a place of concentration and transmission of images. They manifest in front of your eyes in a three-dimensional and emotional way, and therefore this process differs completely from the way we watch TV.
Later, Shamatrin's spirit was taken to a place where a council of elders was prepared to make him an offer. Shamatrin felt that the earth was in danger and he was meant to assist in its transition. The members of the council also revealed that his next reincarnation mission would be to inform people on Earth about afterlife and to instill in their minds the idea of a simple, intuitive, and mindful way of life.
I remember that there were an incredible amount of soulmates who agreed to reincarnate together and to inspire me to keep going and never give up.
Shamatrin was also given the opportunity to preview his future incarnations and humanity's future. His experience confirms also the results presented by Dr. Bruce Goldberg, who progressed his clients to future parallel existences or frequencies. His clients reviewed alternative future lifetimes and had even the opportunity to influence their future by choosing the most appropriate of them. Future life progressions prove that our traditional paradigm of time is an illusion. Our past lives are connected to our present life, just as our future lives are relative to our present experiences. As Canadian regression hypnotherapist Leslie McIntosh discovered, we are one soul, living many different lifetimes all at once.
I realized that events related to our planet could transpire following different scenarios. I was interested, of course, and I am interested in the best future scenario, and I took a glimpse of it as well. It was a high-tech society, but the highest priority was placed on ecology in all areas. The best methods for maintaining mindfulness were adopted. The society was shown the way out of ignorance, and it allowed people to act together as a single organism while preserving their own individuality.
Quantum physicists also support the idea that we live within overlapping dimensional realities. Paranormal researchers like Rosemary Guiley believe that some of our past life memories are dimension, time slips, in which we get a glimpse of our multidimensional self, having an experience simultaneous to the life we are living in this particular reality.
The soul is part of the absolute and totally completes it through experience, and the soul accumulates experience facing different situations at any moment of time and space. As a result, this knowledge appears simultaneously in all times and spaces of the absolute. Therefore, this cognition has always been there.
Recovered subconscious spiritual memories have brought greater spiritual empowerment into Shamatrin's life. He realized that we live the same experiences thousands of times from different angles, enriching the absolute. The complexity of cognition of identical situations is just as essential as the discovery of something new. Each drop of memory is sculpturing our self-comprehension into higher forms of beauty. And, as Neoplatonist philosophers believe, a man who can unlock his soul is set free. If you enjoyed that episode of Paranormal Bios, check out the next one and subscribe for free.